Hello, everyone, and welcome to the PM Review Show. This is Week 14 NFL predictions, and here are our Week 14 NFL predictions. Oh, we can't skip those.
Week 1 we got Minnesota. Or Week 1, wow. Week 14, Game 1, we got Minnesota at Carolina. This is a hard decision.
I might just pick the Vikings just because
I'm gonna pick them.
the Panthers are too up and down. The Vikings, they might not be the.
They're a little bit more consistent.
They're a little bit more consistent. I wouldn't say they're the overall better team. I mean, they might be, but
Yeah, they got a really good pass game right now with Case Keenum and Stephon Diggs, and
their defense is really great. I don't see how the Panthers is listed as one, and they're not really.
Yes,
I think they're two top three defenses.
They just came into Atlanta and beat Atlanta, so I mean they're hot. Oh no, wait, the Thursday night game. I'm sorry, we skipped over the Thursday night game. We got New Orleans at Atlanta.
Not gonna lie, my app is the Panthers, my favorite team, so it goes to the top. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But now you know our Monday game, so we're good.
Thursday night game, you got
Oh, this is gonna be good.
New Orleans at Atlanta. I think Atlanta has a real shot to beat New Orleans.
I'm gonna pick Atlanta for some reason. I think if you follow my Twitter, you know that I think the Saints are the best in the NFC. So you're probably wondering why, but the thing is, they're playing a short week. They're going to Atlanta. They just played a very, very they won that game against the Panthers, but it was a very well fought game. It was a physical game. I think it's gonna be hard to go 4 or 5 days later. Not even that, 3 days later.
It's gonna go hard. It's gonna be hard to go Sunday divisional game, Thursday divisional game.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
And the Thursday one's away. So you're not only you playing a divisional opponent, but you're losing 2 days of practice.
Yeah, you're traveling, and that's gonna be rough.
Yeah,
and their guys played really well, and it's almost okay, they played everything they have in that game, and are they gonna be able to just turn around and do it again?
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Atlanta.
Most teams that do those turnarounds haven't been good this year. I know the Falcons are doing it too, but
we already covered Minnesota and Carolina for Sunday, so moving on to Sunday, we got Detroit at Tampa Bay. Gotta go Detroit. Tampa Bay.
All over the place. Every time I've said I don't see any way this will happen, it pretty much either happened or almost happened. So I'm not going to go that far.
Detroit's just way better of a rounded team. They're playing pretty good football this year. So let's see. We got Green Bay at Cleveland.
Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers got activated this week, and next Monday he's supposed to be cleared to play by the medical facility.
If you haven't done so already, go get him on your fantasy team. I did it last week, and it's a long-term investment.
He's going to make his return against Carolina next week, so we'll see how that plays up, and we'll have to put some thought into that game next week. But right now we got Green Bay at Cleveland with Brett Hundley.
Yeah, I think the Browns. I think the Packers are just a more well-run franchise, whether they have Aaron Rodgers.
They just competed with the Steelers.
Yeah, at first we were saying they were a joke without Aaron Rodgers. They're really not a joke, but they're just they're not the same. They're not a top-tier team, but I think they're middle of the NFC. I don't think they're bad or I wouldn't say they're terrible.
I'm gonna pick the Browns. I keep doing it.
I learned my lesson on last year.
There is gonna be a game, and I'm just gonna pick.
They're gonna win, but each individual game, I'll say they'll lose this one, they'll lose this one, they'll lose this one, and there's a 20% chance they'll win each one, and then 5 times doing that, they'll have it.
I'm just gonna pick them. I think they might can.
I'd rather pick against them every game and be wrong once, and pick against them and have the inverse happen.
Josh Gordon came back and had a pretty good game. He had about 80 yards, three or four catches, 80 yards. So he had a pretty good comeback game. Maybe him and Deshaun Kaiser can hook up and get something going. So I'll pick the Browns. Up next we got Oakland at Kansas City. This is tough, actually.
This is actually tough because you got the team that was just ragdolling the whole AFC.
Yeah.
And then they just fell off, and then the Raiders, who were supposed to do that, and then they did the opposite. Now they're actually doing halfway decent. So I might just have to pick the Raiders.
Yeah, I might have to pick the Raiders. They're just, they're playing better football at this point in the season than the Kansas City Chiefs are, so pretty easy pick. Bless you.
Thank you.
Up next, we got Chicago at Cincinnati.
I'm going to pick Cincinnati. I think they lost against the Steelers last night because we're filming this on Tuesday, and I feel like
they were winning 3/4 of the game.
They were playing better, and it was the Steelers just did their usual routine where they just target Antonio Brown every single read, and then they let Le'Veon Bell complement it with his run game, and I think the Bengals threw that game away, kind of
The Bengals kind of almost beat themselves.
The Steelers hesitated and didn't have any production the first half, and basically laid down, and then the Bengals just got lazy. I think they got too comfortable.
Yeah, they got the lead and got comfortable. You're right. Let's see. Up next, we got Indianapolis at Buffalo. I gotta go.
I might actually pick Indianapolis.
I'm gonna pick Buffalo.
Buffalo. I'll tell you what Buffalo is. They don't know who their quarterback's gonna be, and especially now Tyrod Taylor's hurt.
Oh yeah, he got hurt.
They don't need LaShawn McCoy didn't practice. Kelvin Benjamin is definitely probably going to play from what I've heard.
I'm changing my mind.
Their defense is great though. I'm not even about to knock on their defense.
Pretty easy sell right there, Indianapolis. That way, I forgot all about Tyrod Taylor. That's right.
And it's like if that was the only thing, maybe, but like they have.
There's too many things.
Tyrod Taylor is out. Kelvin Benjamin is probably going to be out. LaShawn McCoy, I don't know if he's out, but he's been hurt.
Yeah, that's way too many injuries. That's way too many. And maybe not. And I don't know if all of them are just technically injuries, like was LaShawn McCoy, but too many missing pieces. How about that?
Yeah.
This could actually be a game. You got San Francisco and Houston.
Houston. I might pick. I don't know.
I'm gonna pick San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick them too. I think I wanted to pick them at first, but I'm like, haven't the Texans? Didn't they do halfway decent without Deshaun Watson 1 week? For some reason, I feel like
they've done all right, but
they're not the same team. Their defense is great though.
The 49ers, they're getting Garoppolo integrated in that offense. He came out kind of early and threw a pick really early, but the rest of the game he was really, really solid.
I think Carlos Hyde is a really good running back. Like if he had any remote help at all, like I think they could start building off of each other. That pass and run game, I think, could be serious.
He came out and started playing really good after that pick. So I'm gonna pick San Francisco. I do think San Francisco like next year once Garoppolo like learns their playbook on the offseason, has like mini camps, has OTAs and all that stuff. Like I think they could be a serious if they get him a couple good receivers like in the draft, maybe a couple good young receivers.
They don't have a good third down go-to guy, but I mean they do have the pieces of like a good feature running back, a good young quarterback. I mean I wouldn't say they have great receivers, but Marquise Goodwin could stretch the field. So I mean they have a lot of elements of a good team.
Yeah, they really do. Up next we got Dallas at New York.
Dallas, 100% no doubt. The Giants are seriously. I think they're the worst team. Like I think they would lose to the Browns right now.
If the Giants were playing the Browns, they would absolutely lose.
The Giants are seriously.
They are so conjumbled. I don't even know the word. Like
they're just. We can make up a word that would make sense.
They're conjumbled. I don't even.
They're conjumbled. We're gonna put that on or something.
It is so like. I mean, they just Monday morning they fire their head coach and their GM. They're not even exactly sure if Eli Manning is going to start this week. They say he is, and then now they're saying he's not. And
they literally let me tell you, it's Tuesday right now. They're saying who's going to be our head coach in 5 days. They're literally interviewing for head coaches.
Yeah, they don't have a head coach. They have interim GM who is interviewing for a job at Detroit right now, and
Okay, why would you want to hire him if he's on the Giants?
It's absolute. Well, he's just their interim, but he got a job offer from Detroit, so it's goodness gracious, I'm picking Dallas. I don't even care. They could go into this game with no running backs, and I'd pick them.
First of all, they look pretty good the last past week.
They look pretty good.
We don't want to not talk about the Cowboys. That's probably a good way to get the hit out on us.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they look absolutely great against Washington Thursday night. So I mean,
Dak Prescott is tired of being called a game manager that can't play with.
He's tired of.
He's I'm going out there gunslinging tonight.
He's tired of 5 picks in 3 games.
I'm tired of this whole. I'm trash without Zeke.
So Dallas, easy pick, not even a question. Let's see, we got Tennessee going to Arizona this week. Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't pick the Cardinals. I know that they're great, but I don't pick them knowing that they can seriously be the most. They're the most. I say this every week. They're the most up and down team. They look great. They have
flashes of absolute great.
They have 100+ yards of rushing. Larry Fitzgerald has a touchdown, 100 yards, and then the next week they get thrashed, and you pick them, and you look like a bonehead.
Yeah, so
I'm done. I'm not picking them, and I'll just take the times they look great.
Team that's playing the Cardinals the rest of the season.
Yeah, the times they look great, I'll deal with it.
Let's see, we got Washington going to the Chargers. I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chargers, dude. They're for real.
Chargers are looking good. They might if they could somehow squeak up in the playoffs. They're right there. They're so.
If they wouldn't have put themselves in such a deep hole, they could be serious. But if they're peaking at the right time.
The AFC's kind of. I mean, you don't have to have a great record this year. So if they could win, maybe not win out, maybe win let's see, there's 4 games left, so they could win 3 of them.
They might be in it. Yeah.
They could probably be in the playoffs in the AFC. It's not hard. But they are looking absolutely great.
The thing's always been if you give Philip Rivers a good defense, which we never really have had. Maybe it's second year in the league or second year starting, but other than
now they're finally building one.
They never have given him a good defense. They were just all right, here's LT. All right, you got a good tight end. Yeah. Okay, here's Vincent Jackson. Your defense it sucks.
Yeah, now they got Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa and Trey Boston and
they have a mean front.
I mean,
I think they run a 3-4.
They're really building this team, this defense. So Philip Rivers is showing what he can do with the defense finally.
They really, yeah. I'm kind of excited about it.
This might surprise a lot of people. We got New York Jets at Denver, and I'm picking the Jets. The Jets.
I don't think that would surprise most people. The Broncos lost 8 in a row, and they
The Jets are like throwing up 30 every week.
The Jets are for real. The Broncos have lost like 8 in a row. I don't see how you can pick them.
I mean, they're throwing up like 30 to 35 every single week. The Broncos, they just scored 3 points in Miami. Like,
Yeah, well, the thing about we said this like whenever after they beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl, everybody's getting way too excited. It's like, guys, they were a win now team. Like, we have to win right now. We don't care about the future. We're signing DeMarcus Ware and Peyton Manning as our key players on each side of the ball.
They done the 2000 Ravens. Like,
yeah, like you tell me who when they're trying to win.
Yeah, pretty.
And they went way too hard on the now, and they're kind of paying.
Pretty
for
easy pick for me with that one. Let's see, we got Seattle at Jacksonville.
This is pretty close. I'm gonna pick Jacksonville.
I'm picking Jacksonville,
even though I'm like.
I understand the Seahawks just beat the Eagles. Like, I get it.
I know the Seahawks are just going to pull off their little just circus act at the end and look great and all that, and I'm just going to get tired of hearing about it. Just like they did with the Eagles, I told you the exact same. I told you literally that would happen. Like, if you watch.
we kind of called it. But
I think
Jacksonville's good.
They're a way better team. I mean,
Jacksonville's for real.
Their defense is great. Their run game is great. Their passing doesn't need to be great. Like,
it really doesn't. Like, it absolutely.
They have like probably the best pass rush in the league.
Let's see. We got Philadelphia going into another hostile environment. They're going to the Rams this week.
They're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose. We're calling it like they're gonna lose. Sorry, but Carson Wentz. We showed what happens whenever he gets a good defense in a super extremely hostile environment. And when you can't hear your own play call coming out of your own mouth, like you can't go to the line and change the play.
There was no Cam Chancellor hitting, just crushing his receivers across the middle, and there was no Richard Sherman locking.
They got shut down without Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, and Cam Chancellor. They couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't think they want any part of what the Rams.
The Rams, I mean, they can seriously hold any team in the league to 3 points if they want to. Any team in the league.
I mean, they're not quite as good as they were 2 years ago with their defense, but it's still like it's part of the reason is because their offense is so great. It doesn't really need to be.
Yeah, number one offense in the league, and I'd say easy a top 5 defense.
I mean, you still got Aaron Donald and that just mean pass rush over there.
Yeah, it's going to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Rams. Like
that's a super.
The Rams can put up points as much as people don't really realize.
They can put up as many points as you can put up. And more.
And they're going to make a stop every once in a while.
Yeah, seriously. So, got to pick LA. Sunday night game, we got Baltimore at Pittsburgh. That might be a pretty good game.
That's going to be good. We're going to have to watch that.
Baltimore's getting super hot. Their defense is playing just really, really good football.
I still want to say the Steelers are going to win because...
Oh, yeah, they'll win.
Antonio Brown, as much as I really don't like the guy, I'm just sick of him, his whole little act, like it's just getting old for me. But he just beats his man on third down like nobody can.
Like nobody.
It's almost like I don't even think it's him. Like it's just like the defense gets lazy. Like he's being shut down, and then they just are like, "Oh, we let him play again."
He creates extremely big separation plays. Like it's huge.
It's so annoying though. Like whenever he does something good, you will hear about it. That's really what it is. Like,
but I mean, Baltimore's defense. They are playing extremely. Terrell Suggs. I don't know how he's doing it. He's still playing. I don't know how he's doing it. Like. At an extremely high level as he is.
He's been pretty good.
Ageless wonder. Ageless freaking wonder.
I think they might have had Jimmy Smith be suspended though. That's what I heard.
I'm still picking. I'm picking Pittsburgh, but
it's still gonna be a good game.
I'm picking Pittsburgh, but I would absolutely, under no circumstance, would I be shocked if Baltimore wins. Like
I wouldn't.
AFC North.
I'd be a little bit surprised, but I could see it.
AFC North game, divisional game, anything can happen in those games. So.
Also another reason the Ravens could win, they just had a detrimental beatdown.
Well, okay, we need to Ryan Shazier, leader of that defense. I think a lot of people know what happened. They're saying this morning that he had some movement in his feet, like he was able to move his feet a little bit under his own power, so that's good. But chances are he's not playing.
He'll be lucky if he plays next year.
He'll be lucky if he probably ever plays a down of football again. But that's he was leading tackler on their team, I think.
I think there are so much more offensive that won't matter this
as
game.
Much. Yeah.
But I think later on in the playoffs, it's going to really be noticeable.
He was really the leader of the defense, and we hope he's okay. I know he'll never hear us, but thoughts are with him. Hope he's okay, but. I still got to pick Pittsburgh. They too good of a team. Way too good of a team. Offensively, way too good of a team. Last game. Okay, so a lot's riding on this game for me. We got New England at Miami, and we don't know if Gronk's played or not.
He's a Patriot player. Let's just say he probably will.
Chances are he's gonna play.
Let's say if he starts a fight for no reason because he was held on a play. Yeah, he'll probably. Yeah, he'll play.
If he plays, they're winning.
It doesn't matter if he plays or not anyway.
I think
They're not beating They will not beat the Dolphins, regardless of what happens.
You mean they won't be the Patriots?
The other way. The Dolphins are.
I think if Gronk doesn't play, I think the Dolphins can win.
Yeah, they won't.
I think they can do it.
Every time they played a decent team this year, they got just thrashed. Like they can't beat a 500 plus.
I'm doing it. I'm picking them if only if Gronk doesn't play.
I hope he doesn't play now, just so you can see that they're still gonna lose. Like they're not as good of a quality. I don't even care. They're not that quality of a team. Like they're not one of those teams that are even close.
I think they can get lucky, and let's see. They just dropped 35 on Denver, which really doesn't mean much.
Yeah, that I don't really.
But I'm picking them. If Gronk doesn't play. If Gronk plays, which there's probably a
We're still really not that far away from the Monday night beatdown they took.
95% chance Gronk probably plays, then New England will win. But that's my picks.
I don't see how you're picking the Dolphins if Gronk doesn't play. But
I'm doing it. The Browns and the Dolphins this week, all the way.
I think you're trying to be a little too bold on the last one.
Gronk's gonna help me out with my pick this week.
I hope he doesn't play now, just so I can see.
But thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to head over to iTunes and Podbean and subscribe to the podcast. You can get all this stuff plus more. You got interviews and everything. Don't have to eat up data watching it, so hey, that's a plus. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.